Technical difficulties, but it's all good now. Y'all thought I forgot, didn't you? I did not forget. I can't forget. This is the final season. This is Insecure season 5 episode 9 out, okay? This is the second to last. This is the one. This is it's almost over Eve. Getting right into it. Where do we even begin, man? This episode was a lot. This is probably one of the best episodes of the season and of Insecure in general. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So we begin with Nathan and Issa. I'm looking at what I got written down. It's been a minute. Nathan and Issa were, doing their, plans on looking for houses together, trying to find apartments and all of that good stuff. They found one that was close to Nathan's shop, and Issa said, this is close to MBW, or if I choose to work with Crenshaw, or whatever the case may be. So they fall in love with this place. It even has a mini bathroom. And as they get to the realtor, he goes, "Oh, I just rented it out 5 minutes ago. I didn't want to get y'all's hopes up, or whatever the case may be, or didn't want to let y'all down something." So they both end up cussing him out, fussing him out, at the same time. It was hilarious. Because it was like, why would you do that? Back at the law firm where Molly is, and she works with Torian, he's been offered partner, and Molly is excited, so she congratulates him. But the congratulatory hug is a little bit more than platonic. It's a little bit more, we rocking, we mess with each other. And the two co-workers that Torian's always with, the two other sisters at the law firm, they was like, they definitely smashing. They said a different word, and they were like, yeah, definitely. Let's see. What else is going on? Let's see. Oh, then after that, we cut to Lawrence and Chad talking about Tiffany and Derek's going away party. Lawrence isn't trying to go because Issa's gonna be there, and Chad is probably one of my favorite characters on the show because Chad is probably one of the most blunt, direct people. He's a nut, but he and Kelly they shoot straight, even if it ends up a little bit of a misfire. They mean well, and they speak facts. They mean truth. And Chad says at the end of the day that Lawrence did not fight hard enough for Issa. And let's see. Issa and Nathan get to Tiffany's parents' house. They have this grand mansion that looks like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air status, as you would expect from Tiffany's family. They have the going away party, and let's see. Issa is letting Kelly and Tiffany know that she and Nathan are moving in together. Molly shows up, and Torian's there, and they're extremely close, like they couple close. But Torian's acting mad strange. Well, Torian's acting strange because the gift that he bought that he ends up referring to as garbage is edibles. Something about this crew and being in Cali with edibles and weed, it's serious with them. And he misjudged what type of party it was really gonna be. And Molly said, "You know what? You got him. Let's take him." So let's see. Lawrence and Condola get there. Lawrence sees Issa. She's with Nathan, and Issa sees Lawrence, so they see each other. They spot each other, and let's see. When Nathan is curious about, Lawrence, like, did you know he was going to be here, or when did he get back? She was like, yeah, he moved back, to be with his son and, to be around Condola. But, Nathan is like, Nathan is automatically not with the BS, so he already knows, like, yeah, okay. Tiffany and Derek make a toast. And then at the end of the toast, who but Dro walks in. So they wrapping up Dro's storyline. And this was the best re-entry of a character that I've seen. Only difference is, the only thing we could have is Daniel pop up. Dro comes in, and then Molly high off the edibles goes, "Oh shit!" And everybody was like, and and Molly goes to Issa, "You think he hurt me?" And then Issa's like, "Yeah, everybody did." And let's see, Tiffany, is with the girls, so all the guys start, kicking it, you know, shooting the shit or whatever. So it's Chad, it's Torian, Dro, Derek, Lawrence, and Nathan. And they talking about barbecue and how LA and Houston got the best barbecue spots and why one is better than the other. And it's obvious in this conversation that Issa is the barbecue. And at the end of it, it's kind of like Nathan got the checkmate because, oh, Issa's brother Amal was also there too with a date that Tiffany provided. And Amal was like, hey, I'm thinking about getting to Caesar. He's talking to Nathan because Nathan's a barber. You know, what should I do? Or will you be available? And Nathan's like, nah, me and Issa looking at apartments. So Nathan kind of got the last word in that debate. You know, a little bit of a checkmate or whatever the case may be. The girls are talking about how their plans are going to be when Tiffany's away and, you know, how they're going to be reuniting for each other's birthdays and how they need to be around for each other. Condola walks in the kitchen with the baby. And Issa's like, yeah, you know, she walks into the kitchen because there's a bottle in the refrigerator for the baby. And Issa's like, yeah, because, you know, baby's been eating bottles and stuff, whatever the case may be. And they finally kind of clear the awkwardness up. Condola and Issa finally speak. And Molly is just so weird. She was like, yeah, you got an invite, so you should be here. And then Kelly's like, you know, let me invite you. Let me talk to you. And then Molly's like, did I do something wrong? And she was like, no, come on. And really, Molly just made the situation 10 times worse. Molly was my favorite character this episode. Molly and Kelly. And Chad, of course. Let's see. So after Issa and Condola speak, Molly runs into Dro. And Molly's like, I heard about your divorce. And, you know, she tells Torian, you know, they talking about, you know, about their relationship. And, you know, he's like, my mom must have told you. And then, who else runs up? Oh, Torian walks up. He's off the edibles as well. And Molly basically explains who Dro is. It's my friend Dro. We grew up together. He used to be in an open marriage, but now he's not. He's divorced. But when he was in an open marriage, we kind of had a relationship. We hooked up a lot. Like a lot. And then Dro was like embarrassed and was like, what, Molly? And then, you know, he just, you know, kind of walks away slowly, goes back to his date or whatever the case may be. But she was transparent. And honestly, this is the Molly that I think we all been wanting to see when she was just so difficult for no reason and just a pain in the ass. It's like, yo, just be natural, be normal, open up, chill. Hi, Molly, we kind of need more of this one, not the one from Coachella. Issa sees Nathan, they getting food. He's at the chocolate factory. Not the chocolate factory. Did I say the chocolate factory? There's a chocolate fountain. Look at me. The chocolate factory. It's late. Issa sees a chocolate fountain. She's like, oh, I'm about to go in. She wants to talk to Nathan. Nathan don't want to talk. Art pulls up to get his keys because he lost his keys to the shop once again. And Nathan's out there letting him know, you know, her ex is in there and, you know, he don't feel really cool about it. It's like awkward with him being here. And says he's in there being on some slick stuff. And Arik is like, yo, we can run him a different kind of fade. The thing that pissed me off about Arik this episode is like, dude, where was that energy when Suge was mad disrespectful to Nathan most of all and called him out and put his business out there in the shop? Where was that energy, dude? Because at the end of the day, Suge was wrong. So I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you, because at the end of the day, you let me hang out to dry in that situation because you want to keep the bread in the shop, but at the same time, you ready to you TTG with this. Anyways, he said he wanted to run him a different kind of fade. Molly and Torian are after the mac and cheese balls, and they find the mac and cheese balls in the waiter's station, and they eat up every piece of food they could find, and then they run and hide from the waiter after eating up all the food that he has to serve. And they go hide in the pantry and they, you know, do things. But Molly also is just really, really transparent and is like, listen, I hope that you don't get sick of me, because at the end of the day, whenever somebody gets close, I make it difficult. And, you know, then guys start to pull away from me and get tired of me. And I don't really want that, you know, I mess things up and I don't really want that to happen here. And he was like, I don't get tired of you. I'm not going to get tired of you. When I first met you, I hated you. So I'm not going to get tired of you. And let's see. So after that confessional, you know, they do stuff. And y'all know what that is or whatever the case may be. And that was Molly and Torian. But, you know, I can appreciate the way that their relationship has taken place. And at the end of the day, I'm just wondering what took so long. Issa comes back to the party from doing trash or whatever the case may be, and she goes la basura in Spanish because you know Issa just can't help but be awkward. And Lauren says, "Can we talk?" And he asked why she called last month, and then she says she didn't mean to, and that it was a mistake. And then Lawrence says, and he's being Issa in this moment, like, "Yo, I understand why you left me. I understand." He's going on his rant. Things are different, and he's where he didn't fight hard enough. Basically relaying what Chad said, and Issa's trying to get away from the conversation because you're like, she's content where she is allegedly, and she says, "Lawrence, I can't do this with you." And he steps in front of her and was like, "Yo," he asked her, and real loud too, like, "Are you happy right now?" And he says he's not, and only time he's happy is with her and that he's in love with her. Well, Nathan walks up, of course, and is like, "What's going on?" Lawrence says they just having a conversation, and Issa was like, "No, I was just come back to the party," and Issa's trying to walk away. And Lawrence is trying to follow her and continue the conversation. And Nathan tells him to get away, back off. And they almost get into a full-blown fist fight. They get the jabbing and shooting and stabbing and all of that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? No, none of that. But they was getting ready to definitely exchange some fists. And Issa and Molly, have to yank them apart. And, Issa tries to make sure Nathan is cool. But at this time, he's just like, "Yo, I just need some time." And, he just walks away. I think we all saw this coming. It's crazy how it took so long for this to actually happen at this point in the season. Because I definitely saw it coming sooner. And then the next episode is the final episode. It's bittersweet, man. Just because Insecure feels like family. It's that show that you just think that you can always turn to when you need advice on your own life because it's that relatable. This show is that relatable. I don't think people understand how this is probably the most relatable show out here for a lot of people. And there are others, but this is one of the, especially for black people, young black people. But I definitely saw this coming sooner. To me, honestly, Lawrence got a lot going on. You feel me? Lawrence need to just go ahead and stay where he is. Kick it where he at. Stay over there with Camouflage and the baby. You know what I'm saying? You didn't fight for Issa when you were with her. And then when she tried to find her happiness elsewhere, which she shouldn't have did what she did, which was cheat with Daniel. But at the same time, you didn't try to make that work either. And then this situation, you didn't try to make this work. He just has a habit of letting Issa slip away. And she's a very good woman. And now it just seems like at the end of the day, now that she's living in her light and now that she's, trying to do some special things with herself and that she potentially has found someone who doesn't look to mess up the relationship in every single way. Now you want her. Now that you got a whole family on this side, you want to be with Issa. And to me, I don't think Issa should be tied down with that. I think Issa needs to go where she is with Nathan and pursue that and figure that out at the end of the day. I think what her and Lawrence had is just that, what they had. And now I think Nathan is what she has. And I think she could potentially build on that and vice versa. I said it before and I say it again. Nathan helped Issa discover the best parts of herself. They were always there. But I really believe that he helped her pull the rug from up over that and stop hiding so much and stop being, so timid and so scared, and he helped her really, like I said, open up a whole new world for herself. Issa don't drive Lyft no more. She don't have to be over there being the property manager. Issa out here doing big things and doing big, promotions for different brands and different endorsement deals and all this type of stuff. And not that it's about money or any of that, but, Issa was, fledgling and trying to find out who she was. And like I said, I think Nathan helped her open that up. And he wasn't afraid to bare his soul and let her know, listen, I struggle with mental health issues. Is this something you want to be down with? So I think they do that for each other. I just don't see a lot of BS with them. The only BS I see is this situation with Lawrence. But anyway, this was my favorite episode this season so far, outside of the Girls' Night episode. So anyways, what did y'all think of the episode? What did you think of the situation with Lawrence? And, of course, who do you think it should be? Is it Team Nathan? Is it Team Lawrence? You already know where I reside. I stand on that. And what do you think of the season so far? What are you going to miss about the show? And what do you think the finale is going to bring? What was your favorite part of this episode? And what's your favorite part of the season so far? Let me know below. Thank you for waiting patiently to all, 5 of you. And there's a very teeny tiny small YouTube entourage. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, all of that good stuff. And wash your hands, sanitize, and wear a mask. And I'll see y'all for the next episode, the final one to review. And then we get the Insecure documentary. It's so sad. Anyways, later.